What is up, world? Welcome back. Charge the Game podcast. Caitlin Clark and her fan base, man, oh man, they are clamoring for Caitlin Clark to quit the WNBA and join this Unrivaled league, which I'm not a fan of. I don't think she'll actually do. But fans are in an uproar because Caitlin Clark was not debuted at any point during the postseason. She only played 13 games, and this has rubbed a lot of her fans the wrong way. We're going to get into this and react. You guys let me know what y'all think. So this article opens up. There's no denying that her fans have been longing to see her back on the court. This is why there have been rumors about the two-time All-Star potentially making a comeback for Indiana's run in the WNBA playoffs, despite the fact that Clark herself announced that she's done for the season. Which, guys, I reported and told you guys that they were going to keep this thing up. They were going to keep milking it because it was too much at stake. They're not going to let everyone know until they have to that Caitlin Clark was going to remain out for the season. There's a lot of ticket season holders. There's a lot of people who have money placed on these bets in Vegas. It's just too much to announce too soon. Anyway, guys, says the fact of the matter is that Clark will not be coming back this year. This could be why some of her supporters are clamoring to see her back on the court before the start of the 2026 WNBA season. This has led to some speculation that the Fever superstar could potentially suit up for the Unrivaled League's second season in January. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you guys before we get into some of these comments why I don't think that Caitlin Clark will join the Unrivaled League. Two, I feel like she's overly endorsed by brands of more significance. I feel like the Unrivaled League was an opportunity for people or women in the WNBA who aren't making that much money, even though they turned down a 400% increase in the CBA. I think that is kind of a second chance to make a little side money, which Caitlin Clark really doesn't need. And also, let's look at the brand of the WNBA. What is it tied to? It is tied to the NBA. And if Caitlin Clark could be solely responsible for getting that off the ground, I'd like to think that she will go more further in history during her Hall of Fame moments than she would joining the Unrivaled League. I mean, you got the hottest player right now, I guess, LeBron James, who is the face of the NBA, backing you. If you exclude yourself from the NBA, you most likely probably won't get that type of support because NBA players aren't really watching Unrivaled League. The casual, average basketball fan isn't watching the Unrivaled League. So I don't think that Caitlin Clark would do this. It's not good for business, and it's just not good for her brand. And let's not forget, Caitlin Clark did turn down $5 million from the Big Three. I think they came back with another $15 million or something offer, something like that. She turned that down. She's very smart and calculated with her brand. She has a great team. Okay, she has a great team. They help her make great decisions. And she's just in a different stratosphere. So I feel like her joining the Unrivaled League would just be a desperate look. I'm not trying to downplay it. I don't think that the Unrivaled League will even last that long. I mean, your average viewership of the WNBA playoffs aren't really all of that. So I just feel like who's going to really watch the Unrivaled League? Yes, it's a way to make some quick cash if you need it. But do we think that Caitlin Clark in her brand really wants to participate in that? This is somebody who has re-released a signature shoe under Kobe Bean Bryant, one of Nike's biggest athletes, joining Unrivaled. I just don't see it, because if that were the case, she would give herself to the Big Three. Okay, you can't go out there and put too much, tie too much to your brand, because then you will become less valued. You just will be less valued. That's just the truth. So I don't see Caitlin Clark joining the Unrivaled League, regardless of what her fans speculate and what they believe. Let's get into some of these comments. Okay, so as fans chime in, the first one here, I hope Caitlin is behind the scenes working out a deal with Unrivaled. I mean, no, I just don't see it. Caitlin is showing up in Miami at some point for Unrivaled. If Caitlin Clark was on Rival, it would break the internet and ticket sales. Yeah, but I also believe that it would quickly die out. Brand just isn't good enough. I want Caitlyn in Unrivaled, but I also don't want her in Unrivaled. See, people just want to see Caitlin Clark play so bad that they're willing to have her participate in anything, and that's not where I'm at. Love Sanaya, but not enough to make me watch. Sign Caitlin Clark, and then we'll talk. Otherwise, Unrivaled won't survive past year 2. No one will be watching now that the novelty has worn off. And this is one of the most important comments here, because the novelty has worn off. Caitlin Clark missing this much time. The country taking a shift. People are more opinionated and more vocal. I feel like Caitlin Clark was someone that a lot of casual fans hid behind because she represented something. And because she represented kicking ass, and that was pretty much the white girl kicking a lot of, the women ass in the league who are predominantly African American, and a lot of people got behind it. But the novelty has worn off because now people are more vocal. People are back pretty much practicing their freedom of speech, and they feel like they don't need to really hide behind Caitlin Clark to do that. And just also the way that this league has done such a piss poor job of protecting Caitlyn, it has diminished and lowered her popularity in a weird way. So you guys let me know what y'all think about that one. Watching everybody favorite player join Unrivaled. Caitlyn, please play off-season ball. And we have to also think about this. Last but not least, though a lot of fans want to see Caitlin Clark go to the Unrivaled League, how many of these fans really want to migrate from a product that they just caught wind to, the WNBA, to something else? It just doesn't happen like that. It's too much going on in the sports world right now. Baseball is on, football is on, the NBA is coming back. I mean, the Unrivaled League, in my opinion, is going to be a waste of money in the end. And those are just some of the comments, guys. Don't want to go through the rest of them. But you guys tell me what y'all think. I seriously don't see it. I don't see Caitlin Clark joining Unrivaled. I gave you guys a plethora of reasons why. You guys tell me why she should or should not join. And what do you think is best for her going forward for the 2026 season? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.